What up, players? It's Warboss Tay up in this mug. Welcome to day 26 of the 2017 July Painting Challenge. And for today, I have repainted most of this guy's armor into the bone color. I decided that the red was a little bit too red. There was too much. There wasn't enough to make it interesting. And so I decided to paint his color, the majority of his body armor, and his shoulder pads in his chapter colors, and then I was going to keep the servo harness, the servo arms, and his helmet, as well as the trim on the shoulder pads in that Mars red, because I think that's a better way to balance out the colors. He's going to look really great once all the silver bits are painted in, and then he gets a shade, which hopefully I can do today. And I'm really pleased with how he looks. It was a gamble, I gotta admit, but I was looking at enough art online and enough pictures and art of Techmarines that I thought it was okay to do it. So the question of the day is, if you could create a miniatures war game, what would it be? How would it play? And I think a really fun concept, something that I've always loved, is probably because of HeroQuest. You take a small group of heroes through a dungeon and you build them up and stuff. And then I've enjoyed like the Mordheim and the Necromunda games and the Warhammer Quest. So instead of making like a huge fleshed out giant miniatures war game, I think a miniatures game that I would want to create would be something that is a mix of that, as well as the Call of Cthulhu games like Arkham Asylum, Arkham Horror, where you take a little team of investigators through a spooky mansion. And I would want to set it in present day. I think that would be pretty cool if you have like an X-Files meets like special forces kind of mishmash going into eldritch horror locations. So the board, you could have like different kinds of boards to symbolize like abandoned subway stations or old warehouses or spooky old tenements and stuff. And then your characters could be from like the special forces or FBI or police or just like civilian contractors that have been hired by this government, shadowy government organization to go in and investigate all the spooky supernatural goings on. So I guess it would be maybe more like a board game, I guess, now that I'm thinking of it. But I really like the idea of taking the modern, instead of like the 40s or the 30s or the 20s, which you see a lot of in board games, and taking like doing a modern take on individual characters. And then I think as you go on, there would be like campaign rules and all sorts of stuff. But I guess it would play more like a board game with really awesome miniatures. I think just because going from a miniatures angle, that it would be pretty cool to paint up like a Mulder or a Scully agent, special agent in some cool colors. All right, I can't wait to hear what you guys put, and I hope your day 26 is great. And I'm actually filming this on day 27, but this was all the work I was able to get done last night. We'll see how much work I can get done today when I'm sitting at my hobby table, and I'm hoping you're having a great day. We'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Latest, players!